Despite revamped proposals, Nippon Steel deal on track to be blocked, letter shows. In a high-stakes corporate drama, Nippon Steel's ambitious $14.9 billion bid to acquire U.S. Steel has hit a significant roadblock. Despite multiple attempts to address national security concerns, the deal is on the verge of being blocked by the Committee on Foreign Investment in the United States, FI-NANCE. This video delves into the intricate details of the ongoing saga, exploring the key players, the proposals, and the potential implications of this high-profile merger. Background: Nippon Steel, a leading Japanese steel manufacturer, announced its intention to acquire U.S. Steel over a year ago. The merger promised to bring substantial investments and technological advancements to the American steel industry. However, the deal quickly attracted scrutiny from U.S. officials concerned about national security implications. The role of FI-NANCE, a powerful interagency committee, is responsible for reviewing foreign investments in the United States to ensure they do not pose a threat to national security. The committee's review process is rigorous, involving multiple rounds of proposals and negotiations. In this case, FI-NANCE has been particularly cautious, given the strategic importance of the steel industry to national infrastructure and defense. Revamped proposals. Nippon Steel has made 3 revamped proposals to address the concerns raised by FI-NANCE. These proposals included various mitigation measures aimed at safeguarding U.S. national security interests. Despite these efforts, the committee has not reached a consensus on whether the proposed measures are sufficient. High-level opposition. The merger has faced significant opposition from high-level U.S. officials, including President Joe Biden and his incoming successor, Donald Trump. Both leaders have expressed concerns about the potential impact of the deal on the supply of steel for critical infrastructure projects. The president of the United Steelworkers Union has also voiced opposition, further complicating the approval process. The Letter A letter sent by FI-NANCE to Nippon Steel, seen by Reuters, outlines the committee's ongoing concerns. The letter highlights the extensive efforts made by Nippon Steel to win approval, including 4 in-person meetings and 3 phone calls with key U.S. officials. Despite these efforts, the letter signals that the deal is likely to be blocked. Key excerpts from the letter. The committee has not yet reached consensus on whether the mitigation measures proposed by the parties would be effective or whether they would resolve the risk to U.S. national security arising from the transaction, the letter states. It also notes that the president has the authority to suspend or prohibit any transaction that threatens national security. Implications for Nippon Steel and U.S. Steel. The potential blocking of the deal has significant implications for both companies. Nippon Steel has argued that its acquisition of U.S. Steel would bolster American economic and national security by countering threats posed by China. Steel, on the other hand, has emphasized that it lacks the resources to make the necessary investments on its own. Market reaction. The news of the likely blockage has already impacted the stock market. Shares of U.S. Steel fell by 1% following the Reuters report. Investors are closely watching the developments, as the final decision by President Biden could have far-reaching consequences for the steel industry and foreign investment in the United States. Conclusion. As the December 23rd deadline approaches, the fate of the Nippon Steel deal hangs in the balance. The outcome will not only determine the future of U.S. Steel, but also set a precedent for how foreign investments in critical industries are handled in the United States. The high-level opposition and unresolved national security concerns make it increasingly likely that the deal will be blocked, despite the extensive efforts made by Nippon Steel to address these issues. Closing thoughts. The Nippon Steel U.S. Steel saga underscores the complexities of international mergers and acquisitions, particularly in industries deemed vital to national security. It also highlights the critical role of regulatory bodies, like FI-NANCE, in safeguarding national interests. As we await the final decision, one thing is clear: the intersection of business and national security will continue to be a contentious and closely watched arena.